Have you ever wondered what it would take to fracture the seemingly unbreakable bond between Kim Taehyung and Jungkook, two of the most beloved members of BTS? Could a single heated moment, just 14 minutes long, ignite a storm powerful enough to divide millions of fans around the world? As shocking audio began circulating on social media earlier today, the fandom has been left questioning everything they thought they knew about the golden magne and the ever-charismatic V. The words were simple, but the impact was colossal. "I'm done with you." But what really happened before that moment? Why did Taehyung let his anger boil over into a declaration that many are now calling a rupture in BTS's carefully protected unity? The recording, which appeared to originate from a closed-door rehearsal, was leaked anonymously and spread like wildfire across Twitter, TikTok, and countless fan forums within minutes. While some insisted the voice was doctored, others claimed they could hear the unmistakable tremor of real emotion in Taehyung's tone, the strain that only comes from words that have been building under the surface for far too long. What exactly did Jungkook say to provoke such a raw reaction? Why would Taehyung, known for his calm demeanor and almost poetic affection for his bandmates, resort to words so final they felt like a public farewell? In the chaotic hours that followed the leak, hashtags erupted worldwide. Hashtag Taehyung done. Hashtag protect Jungkook. Hashtag BTS family. And the ominous hashtag is this then. Fans scrambled to decode every syllable, searching for hidden meaning, searching for evidence that perhaps it was all a misunderstanding or, more unsettlingly, a sign of festering tensions no one dared to acknowledge until now. Some insisted that the entire scene was a misinterpreted joke, while others pointed to a string of subtle interactions, glances that looked colder than usual, awkward silences during live broadcasts, moments where Jungkook would look away as if trying to hide something too heavy to share. But is there more to this than a single argument? Could this leak be the confirmation that cracks have existed beneath BTS's polished image for much longer than any of us suspected? You have to wonder what has been happening behind closed doors, in dressing rooms, in quiet studio corners when the cameras stopped rolling and the rehearsals ran late into the night. Did this confrontation mark the culmination of months of building resentment? Or was it just an unguarded second, never meant for the world's consumption, that now threatens to overshadow everything BTS has built over the last decade? In the leaked clip, Taehyung's voice trembles, not merely with rage, but with something that sounds achingly close to betrayal. "I'm done with you," he repeats, and then there is a silence, so thick it almost feels like an accusation. Jungkook's reply is muffled, but some fans claim they hear him say, "Hyung, you know I didn't mean it," a plaintive protest that only seems to deepen the pain in Taehyung's tone. Did Jungkook cross a line Taehyung could no longer tolerate? And if so, what was that line? A professional disagreement over creative direction, a personal conflict no one imagined existed, or something even more intimate, hidden from public view all along? For those who have followed their relationship over the years, the endless teasing, the shared glances on stage, the whispered confessions of mutual admiration, this revelation feels unthinkable. How could the same Taehyung who once called Jungkook his soulmate declare that he is finished? The word done suggests not merely anger, but finality, the kind of finality that no apology can erase. It is a word that echoes through every corner of the fandom tonight, leaving a trail of disbelief, heartbreak, and, for some, fury at whoever made this private moment public. Curiously, neither Big Hit Music nor any member of BTS has issued an official statement, a silence that is only feeding speculation. Why would the label remain quiet while rumors spiral out of control? Could it be that the clip was never meant to surface, because it confirms what insiders have whispered for years, that the bond between BTS members is more complicated, more human, and more fragile than the polished image suggests? Or are they scrambling behind the scenes to decide how to contain the fallout, how to spin a narrative that will reassure fans the group's legacy is not under threat? And what about the fans themselves? ARMY has always prided itself on unity, on an almost religious devotion to defending BTS from every storm. Yet this time, the storm is internal, a conflict no amount of hashtags can wish away. Some are taking sides, with Jungkook's supporters accusing Taehyung of arrogance and cruelty, while Taehyung's defenders insist he must have been pushed to the breaking point. Could this fracture signal a deeper division in the fandom itself, a splintering that mirrors whatever rift has erupted between the two youngest members of the group? The footage, grainy and poorly lit, shows only their silhouettes, but that does little to dull the visceral weight of Taehyung's words. His figure is tense, shoulders squared as if bracing for impact. Jungkook stands frozen, his head bowed. No one speaks for several seconds after the declaration, the silence pressing against the microphone like a confession no one wants to voice. Why did no one intervene? Why did the others, if they were present, allow the moment to spiral? Or was this the culmination of something no one else could possibly interrupt, a reckoning between two people who have shared too much history to pretend any longer? As the hours tick by and no clarification comes, the world is left in a limbo of speculation. Is this the last chapter in a friendship that inspired millions? Could this be the first undeniable proof that BTS, for all their solidarity, are not immune to the same conflicts that destroy ordinary friendships every day? The questions hang in the air, refusing to be silenced by corporate press releases or carefully curated social media posts. Many are already revisiting past interviews, searching for hints they overlooked. The way Taehyung sometimes looked away when Jungkook spoke, the moments when his smile seemed just a little too forced, the rare instances when he chose silence instead of praise. Is it possible that all along, a quiet resentment was taking root, growing in the shadows until it could no longer be contained? Or is this simply what happens when 7 young men are forced to live in each other's orbit, under unimaginable pressure, for over a decade? While some cling to hope that this is all a misunderstanding, others fear the damage is already done. After all, words cannot be unsaid. "I'm done with you" is not the kind of phrase you toss out lightly. It is a sentence that feels like a door closing, a declaration that whatever comes next will never be the same as what came before. Will Taehyung and Jungkook ever be able to stand side by side again, without fans wondering what lies beneath the surface? Will every smile now be dissected for authenticity, every hug viewed with suspicion? Tonight, as ARMY holds its collective breath, the most pressing question remains unanswered. What did Jungkook do to make Taehyung so resolute? Was it a betrayal of trust, a clash of egos, or something darker? And if this is the end of their friendship as we have known it, what does that mean for BTS's future? As the world waits for clarity, one thing is certain. This single phrase, "I'm done with you," will echo through the fandom for years to come. A reminder that even the strongest bonds can fracture in an instant. Some insist that time will heal this wound, that forgiveness will rise from the wreckage of this confrontation. But others are not so sure. In a world where every private moment is one leak away from public spectacle, perhaps this is the price of fame. The knowledge that your most painful words can become headlines before you have even caught your breath. So, as we watch and wait, you have to ask yourself, will Taehyung and Jungkook ever be able to look each other in the eye again without remembering the night the whole world listened in? And if they can't, what will become of BTS, the group that taught millions to believe in forever? Could this be the moment we all look back on years from now as the first undeniable sign that even legends are human, and that no bond, no matter how bright, is immune to the darkness waiting at the edge of every spotlight?